The pizza place that I worked at was getting ready to close. I was ready to go home, and then the phone rang. I was working the register alone that night, so that meant I had to take all the phone calls. When I picked up, there was complete silence. After a few seconds, I hung up. About a minute later, the phone rang again. I picked it up and still heard nothing. I was about to hang up when I heard what sounded like a quiet voice of an old lady. She asked for a pizza to be delivered. I was really ready to go home, but when I told my boss about the order, he told me I had to go. I took down her address and told her I would be there soon. She had already hung up the phone, and it seemed a little bit weird to me. I tried not to think too much of it, and I told the chef what the customer ordered. My boss told me to just go home after the delivery was done, since the shop would be closed. I got in my car a little bit before 10 o'clock, and I put the address in my GPS. The house was about 8 miles away, and it was on the quieter side of town. When I arrived at the house, I noticed it was small, quiet, and in an empty neighborhood. When I took the food up to the door, I realized there wasn't any lights on inside the house. So I rang the doorbell again, but there was still no answer. I was getting ready to leave when I turned around and noticed someone was standing at the window. It freaked me out for a second, but when I got a little closer, I saw that it was an old woman. She looked to be in her late 70s. She was just staring at me though through the glass with a blank expression. I told her through the glass that I had her food. She didn't seem to hear me since she didn't react to what I said. I tried to say it louder. This time, a big smile ran across her face. This wasn't a happy and pleasant smile. This type of smile is the one that runs chills down your spine. I decided that I had to leave right now. I got in the car and messaged my boss about what happened. I started my car and got ready to leave. Before I started driving, I looked outside the passenger window to try and get one more look at the lady before I left. The lady was walking towards my car. She had that same scary smile, still staring at me. I put my foot down and drove away as fast as I could. After my boss knew what happened, he never made me do a late night delivery ever again.